floating through my mind.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half. Like that was a 500 thing. Like 45 that's good. Hi everybody, and welcome to the Brenna Duncan after party. I'm Brenna Duncan, joined of course with Brenna Duncan.
I'm stuck here.
Brenna Duncan, Brenna from the other coast, Brenna who sails, financial Brenna, and guitar Brenna. Hi Brennas. Welcome. So, does anyone have any extra questions for Brenna about her deconversion story before we start to argue about why Rings of Power is the worst thing that's ever happened to film, aside from the Joker?
Oh.
I'm not going to be there for that conversation.
Or Tim would be upset with me if I didn't. Hello, HR.
Well,
Tim would be mad at me. We've been trying to recast Iron Man.
Yes.
For many hours.
You can't. You just can't.
Do you guys have any other hobbies? Like,
no.
Well, Mikey said Brenna who sails. So tell me about
you got
sailing.
You're Brenna who sails.
You're Brenna. Yeah, we're all Brennas.
Yeah, you're Brenna who sails. I'm Brenna
who sails. All right.
I'm Brenna on the guitar.
I'm sorry. I went right directly over my.
We were all
Brennas. Art Brenna all the way in the bottom. We're all Brennas.
No, you already called me HR. You messed it up already.
No.
I know.
That's your title, not your name.
Brenna.
Oh, good save.
You're Brenna from Human Resources.
Yeah.
I need one of those.
We used to have an HR lady.
We did.
Now she's a host.
Yeah.
And then the position was never. Oh, we had Dr. Emma.
We had Dr. Emma, and that working out, except for the fact that she never did anything while we told her. We needed her.
Yeah.
We might need her again. We might need an HR pretty soon.
The fact that she had rifles was great.
She also had chickens, which was,
she had enforcement power as HR for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. It's like HR. Do you think that heavy weaponry would be a sort of a boost to the department?
A lever action rifle,
Not really a fan of firearms, so
yeah. No, I didn't say firearms per se. I said heavy weaponry. It needn't be firearms. It could be a mace,
an axe,
walk
a giant
HR,
a battle axe, a fucking double-sided battle axe.
I don't know. It's just saying.
The grenade on the deck.
It's not a trebuchet. Just to chuck your enemies far away. That would be fun.
I like the suitcase comfort nuke.
Yeah.
Pat. I'm more of a fan of like tiger pits, booby traps. I'd like to see more people hanging upside down by an ankle on a day-to-day basis based on their poor behavior. Like that should be a way of punishing people. Is like, my neighbor keeps fucking leaving his cans out and then it gets knocked over and then it's in my yard and I have to clean it up every week because he doesn't bring them in on time. Well, you know what? Next time he goes over there and he is up in a tree by his ankle and I will get him tomorrow.
Or if he finds a mannequin out in the street that usually isn't there. If you get that reference, then you know Will Smith movies.
What one was that? That was the one with the rich people.
No.
iRobot?
Nope.
Damn it.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Say the reference again. I missed it.
A mannequin out in the middle of the road.
Street.
Mannequin out in the middle of the street.
That sounds like a booby trap.
It is. It was a booby trap.
It was.
See, I think I'm going to survive just fine when this zombie apocalypse thing starts. My reflexes are great. I've been paranoid as shit for years. I don't even exhaust any additional mental effort to be this paranoid. It's natural.
It's Mikey.
I just react and run away from everything.
That seems fair.
I've been dreaming about digging tunnels underground in a underground bunker. Oh, thanks.
You need some help, man.
Get on
There's a zombie apocalypse. I'm going to be mad because City Skylines 2 comes out next week. And I'm going to be pissed if I don't get to play it.
Oh, come on.
Not now.
This is the most inconvenient zombie apocalypse.
I survived
ever.
two damn near life or death experiences for this shit.
Just for this. I can't even wait till my game come out. Hey Brenna, what do dyslexic zombies say?
What? Sorry, say that again.
What do dyslexic zombies say?
Brian's.
Brian's.
You're silly. You really need to cut the dad jokes, please.
Never.
Dyslexics
I am part of a club.
Dyslexics of the world untie.
I am part of a club now, so no, I will not.
I shall not.
I can't wait to go buy my my Grillmaster 4000s.
You gotta have those. Are you
Those white New Balance.
Are you practicing your clip?
Oh,
You
every
have to
time.
give your the tongs a test click every time you pick them.
What
up.
if it's not? What if it doesn't click? I need to know.
Then you have to fix it. You have to
fix it
go
for
out.
purpose.
You have to get a tool you don't have to fix it.
No, I got to go borrow someone else's tool. He's got one down the street, and he owes me a favor. I'll be right back.
You go to rent a tool.
Rent
I don't know if I could ever rent a tool unless it was like a curb cutter or something.
Most tools just show up for free. That's true.
Yeah, some of them even work at the tool shop.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
take your little review. Oh yeah, I was just.
Some of
I was
them
just
walking through the
testing the
aisles.
sputters.
Some of them driving a big box of tools around. Tools, just selling tools. How barbaric.
I know. What does the world come to? You know, God in his glory created this wonderful world, and what did we do? Just tool it up. Jeez.
Oh, this is
Sometimes the people are the tools.
Bunch of tools are.
Well, I was thinking a tool store. You walk in and it's a rack of Jim Jordans.
that dingus.
No, see,
Creep of the week, Mikey. Creep of the week.
That's him.
You need a sound effect.
making fun of him without mentioning Ohio State University wrestling program just doesn't work.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you think you
I blame this all on Rush Limbaugh for using "I Went Back to Ohio" by the Pretenders as his theme song because it just ruined Ohio.
Yeah, my
It's
grandpa.
bad.
My grandpa, who's like a huge hero. He's a World War II vet. Raised 9 kids. Just hero in my life, at least for sure. He went there, and so my mom still champions his school and watches all of their football shit. And I'm like, wow.
Oh, Buckeyes.
Even with the Jim Jordan thing, huh, Ma?
Well, Ohio State, it wasn't the problem. Jim Jordan was the problem.
Right? No. I know. I get it. It's just still hard for me though. Separate the two.
Well,
It was hard
technically,
for
the
Jim too,
doctor who
apparently.
abused the students was the
Yeah.
problem, and then Jim Jordan did nothing when he was supposed to.
Actively
That's-
tried to cover it up.
That's
apparently.
that's the level that we're getting to. At
Well,
that.
the kids went to Jordan and said, "Do something," and Jordan said, "Don't tell anybody." That's the really shitty thing.
Yeah.
And then he
Well,
cried. Is there a recording of that? I heard he cried and called one of the kids and begged him not to come forward with the story.
I mean, it's just.
I bet she
Yeah.
drew it herself.
And
That's
then
a
there's
real
Larry Nassar.
HR move, She's like, you guys didn't even notice that I drew myself sitting there of myself.
Between two pumpkin.
I love those
It-
paintings. They're so
Yeah.
pretty.
You're gonna take the bait,
Aw,
HR.
thank you.
Just go ahead and take the bait. You know I'm trying to rally you up. You know I'm trying to. Just
Listen,
just
I'm kind
meet
of
me half-
tired.
Just meet me halfway. I'm also tired. Okay? Can we not
Did
do
you
the song?
take your kid and walk around like a pirate themed trick or treat type deal for several hours?
It's the 19th. Why are you guys so early?
You'll see when the kid gets older.
I mean, I just thought it was on the 31st. We was waiting until the day. I didn't know I could just start now. I could just show up at people's house, but hello,
Oh, Mikey,
candy.
I haven't even figured out the entire Halloween events that always happen for at least the last 2 weeks of the month. You have trunk or treats, right?
Oh, Lord.
You have
What?
costume contest. You have pumpkin patch.
Nuh-uh.
Come on, man.
Pass.
We could probably find an event for every day between now and Halloween if we wanted to.
Mm-mm.
There we go.
We could, but we won't. And
But also, yeah, it was pirate themed, so that's why I'm.
Aw.
I thought you
Oh,
were just.
okay.
I thought you were just like switching it up. I was like, all right, that's a new
Very
look.
pretty. I like it.
All right, HR, going with the little, going very
It's
Mediterranean
a little
right
red
now.
fair kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
It's got a
Maiden.
little.
Would have a tarot card or two around there. I don't know. Getting some vibes.
Yeah,
Got the
there you go.
pumpkins in the back. I dig it.
Giving
Ready.
off Romani
Dressed
vibes.
I actually had a sad moment because I was talking to someone about Ren Fair today at that event, and I realized it's been like a decade since I've gotten to go to a Ren Fair.
Didn't you used to run those?
No, I
Oh.
ran a theater.
Theater.
Mm.
Tim used to run a Ren Fair.
Ooh,
Tim Bristol.
very nice.
Can't even tell apart between your fellow hosts and other people. Jeez.
Do you know how many fellow hosts I have in my head right now? Too many.
But
If
he
I could
said-
explain-
Do you think Wayne would ever host a Ren Fair?
I think he'd try. Just standing in a parking lot yelling at people.
Can you see Jartan running a Ren Fair?
Yes.
Yeah, up a tree.
I see running run fair. In a truck.
Yeah, you run up a patch of ice into a tree.
You run over one. There we go.
Oh yeah, did he ever get his snowmobile back?
Oh, the thaw should have happened. Yeah, he should have got it down.
They had like
What's
4 days of sun this year. So
Shartan, for those of you guys who are not subscribed to the bin, please, the link's in the other episode. But yeah, you can see Shartan's in Sweden. He's not way up in the woods like he was before. I was like, so how many polar bears just come lick the window per day? Like, is that like a thing? Do you ride them? Are they your friends?
do you talk to them?
How are they? He didn't have. They have the other bears, like the regular kind of bears, but he never said anything about polar bears.
Do you have a
There's
secret
a lot of
handshake?
black bears, Russian
You
black
bears, get off my ice floe.
Get off of that ice. You're pushing it down, getting it wet.
Go.
I still think that's the way to save the planet, is to slowly trick the ocean back onto the land using the tides so that we can refreeze the ice caps.
You see, it won't be that much of a trick.
Just dig a trench. Yeah.
No, just
And then let
add
it fill.
water, melt all the ice, and don't worry.
No. You do it in the wintertime.
Oh, that's unique.
You know, when it'll freeze.
When it'll freeze.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just pump fucking hot water on the ice cap. No, pump cold water on the still freezing ice cap to make it a bigger ice cap.
Yeah, but it doesn't work that way.
No.
Yeah, no, you put water on ice and ice melts regardless of what the temperature is outside.
So you could put it, I don't know, in a mist format Are you guys new to this? Do you guys not know how snow works? Am I crazy?
I'm
not saying you fucking make a big block of ice and then just chunk it off and put it. No,
yeah, but you said pour water on the ice to make more ice, and it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
You missed it. Okay, you missed it.
Yeah, I must have.
Yeah.
I must have.
Right. Blame the audience when you make no sense.
Get in. If you guys don't just get in my brain with me so you can understand what's going on, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, you had to be there. You had to be
My 5-year-old makes more sense than you.
Not fair. He's very smart.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, stack me against a genius. Why don't you? Like, that's not.
My wife comes back from his parent-teacher conference, and she's like, "Well, he's already doing first grade math, and he's in kindergarten." Oh, great!
Put me up against the savant. Why don't you? Yeah, I see what this is. This is a shakedown.
The means of which one of your kids will be the one to overthrow a Central American democracy and install a dictatorship, and why is it your second, is coming true.
Uh-oh. We gotta wait. It's coming. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I hit the button.
What,
it could go off at any moment.
Oh,
It's delayed for some reason. It could be anything. I pushed a couple of buttons.
Wait a minute.
The kid. The wait a minute kid.
Really? It's not the communist country one?
Wait a minute.
Oh, communist country. I got to refind.
Oh, it's the best one.
The communist country was a clip from, I think it was like a news piece.
It was like 19.
It was like 82 or something like
Yeah.
that. And it was about changing the law to make it illegal to drink while you're driving.
Oh, I saw that.
And they were going from like person to person, like, oh, if
Taking
a
away
man,
your freedom.
yeah, they're taking your freedoms away. If a man can't work 12 hours and have a couple beers on his drive home, then what the hell's the point? I'm just like, yeah, the guy who's exhausted from his fucking 12-hour day in the fucking plant really needs to be fucking shoving depressants into a system while he's trying to focus driving home. That's a great idea.
I don't know if it's still the case, but it used to be legal to be drinking 3.2 beer in Texas while driving. Matter of fact, you could 3.2% alcohol, like near beer.
Oh,
3.2%. That's 6 proof.
That's pretty strong for near beer.
Yeah.
Like the near beer here is 0.5% alcohol.
It's almost water.
No. I'm not talking about so-called alcohol-free. I'm talking about.
Now the near beer here is 0.
Yeah.
And it's up to 0.5 proof. 0.5 proof.
Right.
man, you
used
can
to be
drink
legal to
gallon of that.
I grew up here in Chicago. My dad always had Schlitz.
Not your Bud, but your Bud Light. Or just some kind of, not Bud Light either, but like.
Well, it's Bud Zero.
But yeah.
Bud Zero.
Well, Guinness has a 0. Heineken has a 0.
That's
This is
cute.
true.
Yeah, they all have.
Coors has a 0. And I'm thankful for all of them because I still enjoy a beer and it's nice that I can go have one.
So there you go.
And I think I've had 3 beers this year. I don't know what it was. I just fell out of love with them. Brenna, what's your drink du jour over there? You always got like some 17-syllable island that gives you your alcohol.
I'm a whiskey girl. I love bourbons and scotches, and I love that kind of stuff. Because I'm in a whiskey club, I get a bottle of whiskey every month, so it's always different. And so I really like. I love scotches. I love the bourbons. I love mostly single malt scotches, but I love just the culture of drinking. I love I love about the making of it. I love the cocktails. I'm a big cocktail person. I actually went to bartending school just to learn about bartending, and I learned a lot.
That is a very Brenna thing to do. It was like, that interests
That
me.
would be a
I'll
good
just
place to learn about bartending.
I loved
is in a
it.
bartending
Yeah.
school.
So I learned how to
That
mix
is
drinks,
true.
and I learned how to understand them better. And I'm in California, so we have wine, we have beer, we brew our own spirits. So it's always fun to try everything out. I really like it, and just having fun. And I like to teach people about it.
Do you think it's a good idea to have that much, like alcohol? Alcohol's flammable. And being in California, have you guys considered the risks of having any gas stations or open drinks around your wildlife and your wild brush fires that are currently raging?
So I have a question for you. Do you know
The muffin.
so wine grapes, right? We have the wine
Mhm.
grapes get turned into wine. So we have specific wine grapes. Do you know what type of soil wine grapes grow in the best?
Mountainous, volcanic.
Give that man a silver dollar.
That's the type that yeah. So volcanic.
We calm this country.
Found it.
You're a little late, Mikey.
I had to find someone to like merge it back in, and I just couldn't. So I just said, go for it.
There you go. Yeah. So it already is grown in the fires of hell.
Doom.
Pretty much.
Casa Dur.
So, oh no, now we're starting on this. Goodbye, everybody.
Let the nerd begin. Yeah, Brenna's been hiding her comic book nerd, and her Star Trek nerd side. We talked about a little bit of a bartend talk. Yeah. Let me check my things.
Favorite scotch?
I love Bowmore, and that comes from when I did this. My first real experience with Scotch was teaching the Los Angeles Scotch Club how to curl with my friends. So we went up to LA and we taught them how to curl. And as part of the event is Scotch tasting, right? So the first event that we did was sponsored by, or was centered around Bowmore. So from that point on, I've always really liked Bowmore scotches. But I like mostly Islay scotches. So I love the peatiness, I love the chewiness, the burning. Obviously, I come from California, as Mikey keeps pointing out. So I like the taste of fire in my mouth.
Smoke.
So, yeah. So
Property
Uh-huh.
damage.
the leather factory. So yeah, big fan.
And notice Ollie has been remarkably quiet as the only Canadian here. I was choking a couple of months ago because of his damn forest fires, all out of control. Damn Canadian.
Brutal.
Yeah. Well,
What the fuck?
Your fire, Ollie. You had a fire. Do you remember?
I didn't have a fire.
Yes.
Canada's
Yo-
a big
You
place.
had a big fire.
You're the king of Canada. We already talked about your queen.
I am not the king of Canada because that would kind of make me related to the queen, and I don't want
That's your
that.
wife. Y'all are bae.
She's
My-
one crazy bitch.
She is the queen of Canada, and you watch your mouth.
You can come get me. Charlotte.
Lagavulin. I'm just one word.
Fucking
Lagavulin
crazy.
is my favorite scotch. I adore it. It's
What
really
is it?
tasty.
Lagavulin?
Lagavulin.
Is it?
Like
Is
a
it?
villain.
Is that Gaelic? Am I going to be able to spell that? Are there extra letters?
No.
It's
No, I think it sounds-
You're able to spell it. It spells out phonetically. Lagavulin.
Nice.
Yeah.
That could have been much
good.
worse.
I'm a West Highlands guy, so I don't go for the peated stuff. That peated, smoky peated.
Smoky Pete.
Ask me about pot, Mikey, instead of beer.
We're talking about
Jesus.
whiskey.
We're talking about Scotch.
Scotch. Damn it.
Scotch whiskey.
We're
The
talking
real
about Scotch whiskey.
All right,
Is there any
after
good
the
Canadian?
Said alcohol.
Any good Canadian Scotch?
I don't.
Well, it would be
probably
Canadian
can't be called
whiskey.
Scotch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It has to be. Scotch has to. Scotch
Right.
has to be produced in Scotland.
So whiskey.
It's like
Whiskey in
champagne.
general.
Yeah.
There's some Japanese scotches that are out of this world.
Mhm.
Method.
There are. I have some that part of my whiskey club got us some.
Yeah.
Is Hibiki one of those?
Yeah.
That stuff's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Stuff's expensive.
Mm.
I'm like going through the little. I was like, oh, let me look at it. I was like, oh, I had that at so and so's house. He is a good friend. I would not have shared that with me. I would have never drank that if that was mine.
Yeah, it would have sat in the cupboard.
For a special
Never
occasion.
Dust.
Mikey, if you come over to my house, I'll crack open the 18 euro bun that I've got.
Oban is very good.
Oban.
Got
I
yourself
like
a goddamn
Oban.
deal.
Yeah, come
Sit
on
down.
over.
Be there tomorrow, sir.
Here's your binky, baby. I'll be right back. Just go back. She woke up. She's smiling at me. Don't wake up.
I'm gonna be Mikey's producer by the end of the show.
Yeah.
Native Atheist, Neil's feeling poorly.
No, I got rid of Neil. This is a
Yeah.
takeover, a hostile takeover.
Neil's feeling poorly because Mikey infected him.
Oh no!
Pretty soon we're gonna be calm in this country.
There you go. There you go. You
right.
socialist.
Yeah.
Damn it.
How dare you? And again, I'm going to keep being annoying. Everybody, please, please, please make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure all of your stuff is up to date so that your vote, even if it's for somebody stupid, shows up. I think you'll do the right thing once you get in that booth by yourself. So make sure you're good to go so that we don't have to deal with a religious right longer than we need to.
And thank the heavens that we live in a country where we can vote anonymously.
Right.
We're all voting for RFK, right?
You got it, man. No, I thought all of us were voting.
I
thought we-
really value my computer monitors, and I wish you wouldn't make comments like that.
You know I can't afford another one, Michael. Why do you talk like that?
Levity
Fuck.
sake.
RF.
Right.
Look, Robert Francis Kennedy Sr. was a tremendous human being. His kid, on the other hand, even his siblings don't care for him much.
I don't think "don't care for him much" is strong enough for how they feel about him.
They hate his fucking ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I say
For
that?
an Irish Catholic kid, I was an Irish Catholic kid raised on that the Kennedys were, the golden family. And only growing up have I realized what a tumultuous, just fucked up family they are, really. I mean,
terrible. Yeah.
From Senior, the dad, who was the British ambassador.
Joseph Patrick Kennedy, the patriarch of the clan, married. I grew up in Boston, so I sort of know some of these, but married Rose Fitzgerald. And they had a fairly large family. Joseph made his money in liquor and real estate.
They say a lot of it during the Prohibition time.
Yeah.
And they had a daughter
who
they had lobotomized, did they not? Or I don't know if she was
technically
lobotomized.
Yes, they did.
Fucked up.
Now, lobotomies get worse rap than they deserve because of that one doctor.
Yep.
Because of that one doctor.
Mangala,
he kind of screwed it up.
abused the practice. And that's where all of the negativity about the practice comes from. They still perform them today.
Yeah, they are still performed. But anyway, the Kennedys are a complicated bunch. But Joe was he was ambassador to Great Britain, and um, and a
Appeased Hitler.
proto-fascist, basically.
Well, the
Yeah.
Irish are being courted by the Germans for independence from England all the way back to World War One and pre that.
Well, that was World War One.
Yeah. I'm saying
This has been the Dusty History Hour.
all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Waxing
Mexican
poetic
were-
about the 54. Like, come on, guys. Like, let's
Mexicans
throw
were
a glow
also
stick in
courted.
this thing, huh?
Yeah. The
Oh, you
Mexicans
asked about
also
the
being courted
Kennedys.
by
But
the
say you
Germans.
did. Somebody brought up RFK Jr., but fuck that guy.
Yeah, him.
Vote
Yeah,
down.
all right. Yeah, done. I'll quit my Bostonian reverie.
Brenna, you get a plane ticket to wherever you want. Where are you going? The rest of you be thinking.
I think I'm going to Scotland. To where my people are.
Today?
Yeah.
It's cold.
Let's go.
HR.
It's always cold and windy.
I would normally say Egypt. I would love to see all of the ancient sites and everything, but that might not be a good move right now.
Nah. Egypt of 1991. I think it was calm there. Sweet. Where are you going?
Curacao.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a pretty place. Oof, so stinking pretty. In the Caribbean, right?
Yep. And it's below
Mhm.
the hurricane line, so it never gets hit.
Till it does.
No,
What's the major city there?
It's literally impossible for a hurricane to hit it, based on currents and winds and everything. If the winds were in such a place to push a hurricane towards Curacao, the wind shear alone would tear the hurricane apart.
That's true.
What's the big city in
Too
Curacao?
far south.
Is it Oranjestad or something?
No, it's Williamsport or something like that.
How do I draw that C with a 3 on the bottom?
It's a Sedalia.
I don't have that on mine. Got extra letters.
Willemstad.
I've been there. I went there on the cruise.
Because it's very Dutch.
Yes, it is.
And it is the trade capital, economic trade capital of the North-South American trade networks. All trade, basically all financial trade matters run through Curacao.
Part of the Dutch Antilles, as they call them. Brenna, do you have any closing thoughts? She let me know she's going to go ahead and call it a night. Final thoughts for everybody or where they can find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, Brenna.Duncan. I am on TikTok. I don't do anything, but watch videos and get deeper and deeper into the black hole that is TikTok. But I'm at I think I have to make sure that I say this one right. Just because I never tell anybody about it, right?
Doorknob Head, you tell a good joke, man.
I am at novice.orange, so novice orange. On TikTok, I'm on Facebook. I do have a Twitter, but I don't go on Twitter because Twitter is a place where bad people like to live.
Yeah,
So.
Don't scroll on Twitter these days. Holy fuck.
It's
bad.
It's
not a pretty place.
Bad.
Body parts everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Turn this off.
Carnage.
And you can also find me on the Bin podcast on Thursdays on Twitch and on YouTube's the next Sunday. Do we release them on Sundays?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Whenever Mikey, our producer, decides on. So you can find us at the Bin podcast.
Yes, indeed.
Channel, I guess. Are we a channel now? Are we officially?
Yeah,
We're a
church.
media group. I know that.
That's true. We have board meetings.
We're supposed to.
It's gonna be a new board.
I know who to get rid of first.
I don't care. I don't care, Doorknob Head. I don't care if it's somebody else's joke. It's yours to me.
Yep. Okay. Anyway, good to see you guys.
Thanks for sharing with us.
Stopping by, and we'll see you again sometime.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right.
Don't be a stranger.
Thank you very much, Brenna.
Bye. All right, she's gone. Let's talk about her.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to find out more about her experience as a child reading Descartes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys just talked about whiskey.
And we talked about whiskey.
See.
Yeah.
Brenna, come back. Brenna, you're not going to sleep tonight. We got more questions.
We put Descartes before the horse. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just had to say it. Somebody had to.
Just top shelf.
Actually,
jokes
nobody
tonight.
had to, but I did anyway.
No, it was good. It was good. Don't you back down from that. That was good.
Top shelf
All right.
jokes tonight. Jimmy saw what I did there.
I liked
whiskey?
it. I liked it. That was a reference to a bar's better liquors. I was a retired bartender once upon a time.
What's the most annoying drink to make?
Anything you got to touch a lot of bottles. And
Like, we're not bartenders, so
Like,
I don't know what
I mean-
the fucking list is then.
anything that
Like a Long Island.
labor intensive, like
Yeah,
somebody
Long
just
Island,
put
sure.
Long Islands aren't too bad, even though you got to touch a lot of bottles, but something that takes labor, like if you make a vodka soda or vodka tonic or something like that, rum and coke, you're touching two things and a squeeze of lime.
Right. Easy.
But soon as somebody comes up and they order some,
White
some
gummy bear
drink.
shot.
yeah, some variation of something you got to pour about, a quarter of an ounce and touch 5 different things to make 1 1/4 ounce shot.
Right.
A
lot of work for a little product.
Yeah, and you're 5 deep and you're in the weeds the entire night.
I just want a beer. It's like, I know.
Jesus Christ.
I
That's
just
why
want to
make
give
the
you a
big
beer.
tips.
That's right.
That's how I get the big
I
tips.
still get the occasional. It's weird where I work now. I don't get stress. Dreams. But when I get stress dreams about the car business, they're like
Behind bar.
carryovers from being a bartender, because I got stress dreams all the time. Because you'd get shell shocked all the time, and you'd just be under pressure for like 2.5 to 5 hours straight.
Just
Some nights.
Sitting in that like half panic state is like the worst. Which is why, sorry, everybody who's mad about it. People who work at McDonald's deserve $15 an hour. If you have to endure stress, that is a skill, and that skill isn't free.
Yep. You're dealing with drunks, and you're just constantly under, under making all the drinks, making everybody happy, and making sure the boss is happy because they got paid for.
Right.
So it's a continuous cycle. It's never ending. It feels like it's never ending anyway.
Ellipses
But-
used to bartenders, they say. They said mojitos. I could see how mojitos would be
can be a
awful.
labor intensive, because you gotta
The sugar.
peel the leaves, and then you gotta muddle it a little bit, put sugar in the simple syrup or some variation, and a lot of squeezes of lime. It takes about if I remember correctly, a little over half a lime, and it also depends on the size of the glass.
See, I never bartended, but I attempted to teach people how to paint a painting, sometimes like 25 different paintings while they were drinking. So it's the same condensed stress levels for a short period. And then you have 327 brushes to wash after the class. So it's fun.
Yes. So many lime squeezes, so many. It's true. You just infinity. In fact, there's what's called a bartender's muscle, and it's a muscle right here. I still have mine, even though I haven't bartended for almost 10 years. And that's from squeezing limes. You basically build a knotted muscle there. I don't know if there's a way to...
I think I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my.
I'm flexing. I'm still have my lime muscle.
I think I got
Yeah.
gamer muscle. Or maybe that's from something else.
Yeah. I still have it, even though I retired 10 years ago in 2013.
No hacks over here. No cheating with limes.
I tell you what, Anita Bryant, who is still alive, must have a hell of an orange muscle. That's all I can say.
You know, I think that's a fun. I think this is an interesting.
What about a grapefruit muscle? Let's talk about. That's now you're talking. About.
I think that's an interesting kind of thing. Like, what's the worst part of your job, or the worst part of one of your jobs? Because I think like for a bartender, what's your worst thing to make? And for HR, for the thing. So what's the most difficult concept to get across to people when you're trying to do the paint? They're just continually either not listening or half listening, but they just keep fucking up the same thing. You say, "Oh, okay, that looks great," and you're like, "You clearly didn't listen to me."
It's so many things. And when you're that drunk, it's very easy to accidentally drink the paint water or put the brush into the wine glass.
Oh.
Or I'll tell them to use a little brush and they'll use a giant brush. I'll tell them you got to let this dry and they won't listen. And then the paint dry. There were multiple things. And then at the theater,
just drinking paint.
Then at the theater, it was people who just would create drama for no reason and wouldn't keep the drama on stage.
How dare you call me a drama queen?
That's showbiz.
So, Ollie, what's something surprisingly annoying about your job?
Oh, surprisingly annoying?
What's something that gets in your craw that people wouldn't even expect?
It's hard to say with my job, man, because a lot of my job I'm not really allowed to talk about.
You know, not this job, maybe a previous job. Your worst job, maybe.
I do love that James Bond answer.
Yeah, I forget. Some of you guys are.
Yeah.
You guys do
work for government
work.
in Canada. I work with people's taxes. I'm not really allowed to talk about my job a whole lot. So, previous job, I was telemarketer, dude.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
You get some weird conversation.
Yeah. What's a weird one? What's somebody?
Oh, okay. How about a scary one then?
Okay.
I was set. I don't know if you're familiar with the Toronto Star newspaper. It's a rather large newspaper in Ontario, though.
Okay.
I was calling people trying to sell subscriptions to this newspaper.
Oh God.
And this lady answered the phone and started going off on me. She was threatening to end herself.
Oh no.
Right?
What?
Went off on me. I kept her on the phone for an hour and 45 minutes until the police showed up at her door.
Excellent.
Oh my! I am never doing that job.
Yeah, I kept it was an hour and 45 minutes. Right, 5 minutes into the call, I got the guy that was sitting next to me. I said, "Go get a supervisor to listen in on this call right now." And they ended up calling the cops in the background and sending the cops to her and telling me just keep her on the phone.
I just had the same question Ellipsis did because working in a call center was one of the worst things ever. And so in my head, I'm like, did you get in trouble for your call time?
No, I didn't get in trouble for my call time on that.
They're fucking assholes about that shit.
It's I know you kind of saved that lady's life, but the numbers are really
you're
shit.
fired.
Yeah, you really just fell just below the line with saving that lady's life. I'd love to keep you on, man, but it wouldn't really be fair to everyone else. So,
you're just calling people out of the blue. Your whole goal is I need to sell newspapers so I can make money. It's suddenly it's oh wait, Now I'm on fucking emergency procedures. Just got to keep this person talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Who
Does that
knew?
qualify?
Ali was a hero this whole time.
That was fucking. What year was that? That would have been 2002, 2001, right around there. So.
No. Ask them if they want to do a survey. That's not funny. Don't laugh at that. Oh, there's Brandon. Hey.
Yes. Hello.
Good day,
What's up?
Hey, you got internet today. It's working.
Right
Yep.
on.
Yeah, it's not like
Definitely.
jumping in and out this time. Cool.
Have you ever worked at a call
Right.
center though, Mikey?
No.
It's a particular level of hell.
It is.
And like if you've worked there, you would understand why at this point we're laughing
Like
at the pain.
my first call center job was the scummiest job that I think I've ever
Hold on.
done. I worked at 3 different call centers in my lifetime. The first one I worked for, the company I worked for, I worked there for 6.5 months. The company name changed 4 times in 6.5 months.
Oh,
That's so
man.
sleazy.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
The company
We were-
formerly known as.
Yeah. We were calling people in the United States
Ah,
and selling them packages on the Canadian Lotto 649 lottery.
Oh no.
Now, one share in one of these packages cost it was $79 Canadian,
Oh, wow.
right? So it's about $50 American, so $55 American. You on one credit card you were allowed to buy up to 5 shares. Okay, we would put 200 shares into each group, right? We would put them in 8 consecutive draws, so there's 2 draws a week, so that's 4 weeks. And the thing is, we only bought there was 200 in the group, so there was 200 individual tickets plus 200 other tickets.
Okay.
We only bought a total of 400 tickets. So that means over those 8 draws, we were spending what 8 times 4, $3,200. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Right, $3,200.
that sounds right.
Right.
Yep.
But we were
Yeah.
charging them fucking $100,000 for this $3,200
Right.
tickets.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're in this pool.
Yeah. And the thing is, when I found out where they were getting their lists of people from, that's the day I quit.
Oh,
Because I knew they were getting some of their lists from the different casinos. Right. But then one of the lists we got, it seemed like it was from Gamblers Anonymous.
Right.
No idea how
my
they got that list.
God. Oh no.
No idea how they got that list. That was the day I quit.
Oh no.
It was like call after call after call where the people were saying, I'm in Gamblers
my
Anonymous. You should be calling me. Yeah. It was like, oh yeah, I can't put up with that. I gotta go.
Wow.
Ooh,
I was 17, 18 years old at the time, dude. I was homeless at the time, so I was desperate for work. That's why I was doing that job. I was living on people's couches. So
I was kind of in the same spot when I did my call center
Called
rounds. And it was
couchsurfing. Yeah.
people would get pissed off because they were tricked into signing up for accident insurance.
Right.
And then they'd call and try and get a claim, and you weren't supposed to approve it, like ever. And then they'd be pissed that they got billed because they didn't realize that that's what they were signing up for.
Yeah.
Oh, you're smoking weed too?
What?
Sorry. Sorry for ruining the conversation, though, but
No worries.
someone else is
Call
smoking
call
too.
centers.
Like
Yeah.
I only got like a half of a jar left.
Oh my gosh.
Half of a jar.
I'm okay, a bit better than half a jar. Because
You can go get another ounce.
I emptied that one.
Canada's just better.
I emptied that one.
You know,
It's just
Ollie,
better.
I think the
And
last
I emptied that
the
one.
last time,
and-
the last time I was on the show, you just gotten a delivery or something. It's like,
Oh
holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I got a half a pound of hash here someplace. Where is it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So they're like
Casino
Okay.
Mafia. Same money. Same. Tomato.
Yeah,
Tomato.
Canadian land doesn't fuck around.
If only we had a functioning government.
Yeah.
But we don't.
I'm
We can't do
on the
anything.
East Coast of Canada. I order my weed from a pot store in British Columbia on the West Coast. I order it on a Monday, and it's at my door on Thursday or Friday at the latest.
And it comes in the regular old postal.
Postal mail.
Yeah.
It shows up in my mailbox. I ordered a pound at a time.
Expensive?
Holy fuck.
And it's right around $50-$55 an ounce.
Damn. That's not bad.
It's Canadian.
Right? It's
Canadian
$850 or so for a pound of weed that's 26% THC.
Yeah, not bad.
There you go.
That's
Not
why I
bad.
smoke so much.
I don't even have
Yeah.
that much in my savings account. Fuck you, man.
Nah.
Well, that's because he doesn't have to pay the ridiculous
Well, and
shit.
it's only-
Like, dude,
It's
if you
only
buy like
$250 in our money, right? How much is
Love
that in our
hate
money?
you, Ollie.
That $850 in American money, so you take off about $20 per 100, so you'd save 170.
It's 36 cents American.
Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Sweet said it so definitively too. Like, it's 36. Like, no room to question me. It's 36. I just
Don't question the economist in the room.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? I don't know what I'm
exactly.
talking about? You think the economist doesn't know what he's talking about?
Yeah.
I will appeal to authority right now.
I just want Jimmy to narrate us the radio voice.
Okay, here's something I can
Well.
tell you about my actual job that I'm doing right now it pisses me off.
Oh boy.
When
Careful,
dealing
bud.
with American companies doing business here in Canada and to keep filing their tax returns in American dollars.
Yeah, that could be.
Fucks everything up.
Yeah,
Right?
Hey,
I can understand how that might be frustrating.
just convert to the dollar, dude. It's all good.
No.
Just come on over, brother. Make your job easier. Just come on over. Convince your friends up there.
Why don't you guys convert to the euro? We'll go to the euro at the same time you guys.
There's more of us than there are of you. Why would we do more work to switch to
More
the euro?
Europeans than there are both of us. Come on now.
Mikey,
The main
Go all the way over there,
Are you
though.
Are there?
are you blaming
That way we get
Canada?
that much closer to one world currency, which is what we really should be going for. If we're going that way.
Oh, that would get the right wingers so
Mark of the
in a
beast.
tizzy.
Yeah. Have you watched Zeitgeist?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's the movie that kind of opened me up to being an atheist. Well, not entirely, but that started to open me up, and I loved that movie, and I showed it to other people, and only years later am I now embarrassed that I bought into.
It's a good movie to train you to be a skeptic.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. I wouldn't say it makes you an atheist, but
Well, there was one segment. I mean, there's one that deals with God, there's one that deals with finance,
but-
and there's one that deals with 9/11, right? And there are 3 segments to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie, do you have bag milk?
Do I
Okay.
have access to bag milk, or do I have bag milk in my fridge?
Does your milk that you normally drink come in a bag?
I normally drink milk out of a
Okay.
carton.
I was
Out of a carton. Okay.
No bag.
I was
I
thinking
have
about
access
something
to
else.
bag milk if I want bag milk,
I was having dirty thoughts. I admit it.
right? If I want to go buy a 3-liter bag of milk, I can buy a 1 liter
Golly.
bag of milk. It's quite a bit
Cultured American
that way,
swine.
The problem I find with bag milk, you got to cut the bags open to start using them, right? You just snip the corners, that way you can pour the milk out. But I find once the milk's been open like that for a day or two, it just starts to go off in the taste. So I don't like bag milk.
I thought you guys have like special little receptacles that they go in.
Yeah, it's just a plastic jug that you slide the bag into. The top of the bag is always open anyway. Right?
It's a damn shame.
So
Well,
what's
once
the
you open it,
question?
it's open. There's nothing you can do.
The question
what
of
the hell?
The cartons now, they have the twist on things on the side, so they're not like the old cartons that you used to have to open. Remember those ones that you have to basically
flap.
lift the carton open
The Marty McFly.
right? So
milk. I always think of Back to the Future whenever I see those milk cartons. I don't know why. I like orange juices, come like that. Sweet. The around the
Bring
horn
back-
is what's the you may not be able to answer either, like Ali, but something unexpectedly shitty about your job, and it doesn't have to be your current job.
That's easy. There are 500 million Econ 101 people out there, and they make me want to. They make me want to like quit life.
Just no. Let me tell you. Let me tell you about socialism.
Let me tell you that
Socialism.
everything is supply and demand, and nothing else matters.
They got to figure it out, Sweet. You should go to them.
We're never gonna figure it out. No way.
But anyway, I have to go to bed. I am tired.
It'll work for a few years, but then it'll be.
I
Hold on,
took my
Brandon.
kids to the pumpkin patch this afternoon for 4 hours.
Oof.
No.
Put in your dad hours then.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
So you
Yeah.
can see the pictures
Dad.
on Facebook later, Mikey. But
Cool.
I'm out for the night.
Night, dude.
Sweet.
Good night,
Good night,
sweet.
Sweet.
Baldur's Gate
Later.
yet?
Hey, sweet.
All right, he's gone. Let's talk about him.
Yeah, I think he's played Baldur's Gate.
I wonder what
Like
he did.
I played the
Play that
original.
multiplayer and try that.
Played the original Baldur's Gate from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was good.
So I haven't played the new one.
Oh God.
Is this Baldur's Gate
It's
3?
like 5th edition D&D.
I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Is 3 what just came out in the last 2 years?
Came
In the
out
last year?
last month.
Last month?
It's fresh out. Yeah,
It's
just
been out for 2 years in beta.
In beta. Got it. Yeah.
but the theatrical release is now upon us.
I liked Baldur's Gate. I liked Sacred 2, if you ever heard of Sacred 2. That one was very similar to Baldur's Gate. Sacred 3 was awful.
What's your take on fantasy there, HR? What's your fantasy shtick? You a Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering? What's your fantasy
I
realm?
played Magic for a while. I always wanted to play D&D, but I never had an opportunity to. But I played Magic the Gathering for a while. But I don't really have a shtick.
You know, like a Tolkien nerd.
No.
Do you read the Silmarillion?
No.
Which I've been trying to read for
I
over a
like
year.
ancient mythologies.
Like Hercules and stuff.
Yes.
The pantheon of the good gods, yeah.
And archaeology and stuff like that.
Ben does noob D&D group sometimes. I want to get in the next one. I hope you're not
Ben-
talking about Nat 1 heroes. How dare you? We are not noobs. We're funny.
Ben and Kat and I are doing the murder mystery 3-night streaming thing for Halloween.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I thought about getting like those like kits you can get where they like send you the clues and you got to like solve the shit like through like correspondence. I was like,
We're
that's
doing
kind
it the hard way and figuring out everything on our own.
I forget what it's called. Like,
I hope you're
mystery
paying
something.
attention this time, Michael.
I am, and so is Doorknob Head. Did you read what he was writing to you?
Oh, it's like cut up weird. There we go.
Oh, he's opening it.
Eat the tinfoil.
Eat the tinfoil protein.
Jeez, it seems like a lot of work,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely something I can't do with a baby in here. She will never graduate from anything. If I hot knife with her in the room, she will just be with me forever, eating all of the snacks, eternally stoned. And she finally fell asleep. Good. Luckily, she can sleep while I'm talking, so I don't have to like tiptoe through the house, and everybody can just kind of walk around and be normal.
She's a deep sleeper then?
Or she's
Deep
really
sleep.
tired. Oh, well. No, you didn't put in on this little baby. You'll get nothing. Nothing. Jimmy, did you go? Oh, you said the drinks thing. Was there anything else you want to add on that? for like unexpected worst part of a job?
I'm in car sales now. I mean, basically the shortages. I do blame the shortages directly on the Trump administration.
Yeah.
I know we had COVID that kind of complicated it, but the Chinese tariff war that's easy to win, that the Trump administration, that was a major contribution to the issues that we are having now. Anybody who says that Biden's the fault for this economy and stuff like that, there is, you know, it's not entirely the Trump administration. There is some blame on the COVID, you know, interruption to everything as well. But the tariff war definitely inflicted a lot of issues and expense on the car manufacturing process, and we're still reeling from it today.
Now, is it China or Japan that keeps overvaluing its money and fucking with us?
I don't know about that part of it, but you know, the factory supply chain, now BMW didn't have the issue, but definitely Volkswagen, General Motors, Nissan, Audi were having a lot of supply issues long before COVID. 2019 model years and 2020 model years came out all before COVID in March of 2022. And, you know, we really weren't, BMW didn't experience its first supply issues until early in the 2021 model year. Which were being manufactured in the late summer, fall of 20.
Like that right after shelter in place, or were they considered? Do you think those factory guys were they essential? Did they let them still work?
Definitely, the either changes to close contact or distance, social distancing type of measures that factories endured, and shipping lanes, all you know, there are a mass of people who during COVID got remote jobs that were laborers.
Yep.
And the labor force shifted in that realm, and that definitely has been a factor as well. But the tariff war was the first domino to fall, and it was on purpose. It wasn't by, you know, the natural interaction of life that we experienced during COVID. And then when you got back, you had that deep freeze. Texas hit the semiconductor issue. The ship stuck in the Suez Canal was also a contributing factor.
I forgot about that.
And there's just these extra dominoes that just kept on falling. But the self-inflicted one was the Trump administration. Right now, there are drought conditions in Panama, which is affecting how many boats can go through.
Yeah, you can't get through the canal.
Getting through the canal,
water.
like that has nothing to do with anything the Trump administration did or COVID or anything. It's natural based. So there is current things going on that are affecting the car business just the same. If those ships can't get through the Panama Canal, then both sides of the world are unable to get their supplies, and it's just a headache all the way around.
Just go around the tent.
There's the Port of Los Angeles. I mean, there are ways to get stuff in, but or Long Beach. It's Long Beach and Houston, Port of Houston. I think are the two major.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you wouldn't believe you wouldn't believe the superhighway in the ocean. The amount of ship traffic that goes between the western tip of Cuba and the Yucatan coming out of the canal. You wouldn't believe how much traffic there is there in the middle of December in the dead of night. It's unbelievable.
Capitalism's got a capitalism though.
I don't want to be a doomer about it, but I've honestly, like, the more I learn, the more I'm starting to think that the entire world economy, it's all a fiat currency now.
Yes.
And it's a giant Ponzi scheme because we just keep making more and more. And I'm just waiting for the whole fucking thing to crash at this point, to be honest.
Nope.
Well, the simple fact is the way things operate in the world almost exclusively is very mafia mentality. You need you need the money laundered, no matter how you slice it. The money is
Hey, what's up, Bob?
is generated by a source, and it needs to filter back and go back to that source, no matter how you slice it. So the whole thing is corrupt because it's on a corrupt foundation, but it works that way, and there's really no other way to do it without starting a completely different form of currency.
Lucy says, yeah, that was just in Galveston. They were constantly lined up going to the Houston ship channel. It was weird when we got on the cruise ship, seeing all the like they're like moving them big ass boats. Like they just fucking move in and out around each other. And we were just like, oh my God, they're not gonna wait for us to like go. Like, no, they're fucking working. Like everybody knows what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Panama Canal, people. That's the Panama Canal. And you'll notice how that ship is flared out. The sides of that ship, I don't know if you can see the other side of the lock, but
oh, there you go. Click your damn thing. There we go.
Yeah, the sides of that ship are the like way up above. You know, they're literally a foot away from the walls of each lock.
Wow.
And there are you can just barely make out the little engines that have the lines going to the boat. It's for something that was built in 1910. You know, you go through the Miraflores locks and there's a date on the thing, and it's like, whoa, this was done at the beginning of the 20th century. The Panama Canal is a wonder of engineering, and it's all powered by fresh water that comes from the rainforest of Panama. The water all comes from Lake Gatun, and it goes down and it comes back up, and it goes down, comes back up. The whole thing's amazing.
It's hard for me to think of Panama in a drought.
Yeah, it's scary, is what it is. And like the Amazon is like at its lowest level in years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Purify yourself. He showed you the way. What's going on in chat?
Don't feed the troll, Mike.
Don't go there.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I'm pure.
I'm not Neil.
I'm pure though.
I can't even see it in regular chat anyway, so I'm just ignoring it.
Yeah. I'm not the nice one. The good cop is sick today, so careful.
If he gets slippy, anybody with a wrench can ban him.
Yeah, me. Yeah. I got wrenches everywhere.
I got one.
Got a wrench for anybody who needs one.
It was Mikey with the wrench in the chat.
Yeah,
that's
in
funny.
the side chat on the after party.
I'm full screen, so I can't see the chat right now.
That's what I'm gonna do. No, but I need to see everyone else. Did everybody go? Michael, do you have what's the weirdest part of an odd job you've had that people wouldn't expect?
You know,
or even gigging.
I want to say telemarketing, but you guys already hit upon that.
Yeah. What about gigging? What about like live gigs? Like, what's something weird that you have to do, like playing on stage, that most people wouldn't think that you'd have to take care of?
I don't know, but I can say that I do remember back when I first started playing, like when I was like 15, 16, 17. It was also the first band I was in, and then it was probably one of the bigger bands I was ever in. We stayed together for quite a while, but we were so young and in high school that it was hard to get into bars to play. We had to like be smuggled in, sneak in, sometimes get kicked out.
So they bring you in a guitar case. Is bring you in.
Tell us you can go on for the literal time you got to play, but then you got to get right off and get right out. And
yeah,
that was always fun. Okay, we'll do it.
We answered. Me and my guys answered some like Battle of the Bands thing, and they didn't check to see how old we were first. So then we strolled up, and they're just like, "Fuck, you guys got to go first. Like, you got to go first, and you got to get him out of here. He cannot be here." Like, we're like, "Well, you didn't say." You said the people performing or the people buying tickets had to be of a certain age. You didn't say anything about the people on stage.
Right.
Got to be specific. He was 19 in a bar. He's on stage. He's not drinking. You can X up his hands. He's the only 19-year-old here. Keep an eye on that one. There's only one to watch. Should be easy.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
What's the question again? It's like
like unexpected.
The worst part of your job that nobody would.
Yeah. Undercover shitty part of the job. The secret shit.
It's really weird, but I'll say it's it's the little fine details that you have to do that are fussy. It's like putting a grommet in, and it's just it's not shitty. It's just part of the job. But
like tedious.
I don't think people understand what goes into your jeans or your dress or your shirt or your stuff. And I don't think people understand how undervalued the needle trades are.
I just consider it all magic, some sort of alchemy using string. Yeah, I'm not sure how y'all like. I don't know how a sewing machine works.
Yeah, exactly. And you need to know how a sewing machine works, or
it's going that fast. If it's going that fast, it's clearly magic.
Yeah, it's just
so that it looks cool.
But the needle trades are and underappreciated. I just think it's underappreciated generally, because who wants what? $35 for this t-shirt? What?
Little loud.
Yeah, I know. But people get pissed off at that. It's like the person that made that shirt maybe got 75 cents to $1.50 a piece.
Right. So I'm not paying 35 if you ain't even paying them.
Yeah.
That's why we.
In other words, God bless capitalism, because if you follow the trajectory of the needle trades from England to New England to the Carolinas to Mexico to China to Vietnam to Sri Lanka. I mean, it's always capital stays where capital was, and labor gets fucked.
But
it's still the same, and we're all benefiting from it.
And there's shit you wouldn't think of too, because like sandblasted jeans. The people who actually do the sandblasting and stuff to like fade out the colors, they get sick. Like it's not good for people to do.
It's the first American industry that gives us big reforms too. Like
the dyes that are used and the processes that are used, they're pretty horrific. As someone who works in it's like I know what goes into weaving fabric and coating fabric and dyeing fabric. It isn't pretty at all. But yeah, we all benefit from it, and it's tough. It's really tough to make the negotiation between what you're willing to pay for something and what the people that are producing it for you are hiding from you as far as the people involved in producing it are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
HR, can you draw chibi characters?
Yes,
Can you draw me and Neil as chibi characters?
I could.
There you go.
Because I want to make the new intro, and I think we need to be chibi characters. And Jimmy, since you have the best voice, you get to read this great word here.
Yeah, I surrender. I have no idea what pneumoano la trama corospa
microscopic.
Hold on, we'll all take a turn at this.
microscopic scylla volcanokinesis volcanokinesis. Well, I had to sleep with my English teacher to get straight D's, so give me a break here, folks.
Pneumonotromic microscopic silicovolcano.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
I
that.
feel like you made this up. The volcano in the middle of it.
No, you don't know where your volcano is on your body? Yeah, your volcano is a very important organ. It's
Sure it is.
between the medulla oblongata and your humors. Your humors.
Is it now?
Yeah.
I have
Between the
no
humors and
humors. I've got no humors.
Volcano.
I'm deficient in humors.
Lung disease caused by the inhalation of quartz and silicate dust.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure your volcano is right up your gluteus maximus.
Shut up, Ollie. This guy over here.
Only if you're experiencing explosive diarrhea, I suppose.
That's right.
This stream brought to you by our friends at Pepto-Bismol, serving you pink paint with chalk in it for pink paint with chalk in it for the last 150 years.
Welcome to the Scatological After Show with Mikey Famine as host.
Well, I'm
I
really
always
just
used
the
to
number
say-
one and number two. That's all I can say, guys.
That's true. We're
I
number
always
one
used to
in
say
the
to
number
Mrs.
two business.
Mrs. Tux, when there was a medication that was constantly advertised for stopping smoking, and when it would get into the side effects,
Oh boy.
I would always turn to her and say, "Sounds like smoking's healthier."
Yeah, like the Chantrix. It's like, don't ever stop taking your medicine, because if you do,
Yeah.
your head will fall off. It's like, jeez.
So there's nothing I hate about my job. It's just that, God damn it. It's like some of this stuff.
Well, what about?
And I hate boats. I can't stand them. They're terrible. They're just a big waste of time and money.
You know, boats are the worst part of sailing. That's what I've always thought.
They are terrible.
That's
It's
funny.
like
They really ruin the sailing hobby and sport. The boats that is. We had so much fun. Oh, I saw the most amazing thing. I saw people on the surfboards with the sails in a pool with fans.
A pool with what?
Fans.
On the cruise,
Oh.
I'm guessing.
No, as a sport,
No.
they were racing in a pool.
there is, and that was stadium racing is what it was called, and it kind of had a thing, but it was never really a thing.
I was
it lasted.
They are windsurfing in. There's like fucking, those big stupid like fucking construct or like warehouse fans. They just got like the side of the pool is just fucking lined with them, and they're like on these like actuators so they can turn them and shit. I'm like, they made wind inside. Yes. This is the coolest game ever. I want to play.
It is a pretty cool game. The game is fun. It's lots and lots of fun to play, but it's
blow my hair all over the place.
Yeah. Well, there's that. I just got back delivering a boat, and from delivering a boat, it was glorious. What a lovely day. It was fun.
I want to buy a boat.
And it's one of those things. It's like a friend of mine, someone gave her a 41-foot yacht. It's like,
Oh, that's the worst,
Did
ain't it?
you hear the sentence you just said?
Yeah.
yeah,
I hate it when that happens.
yeah. I mean, it's like,
Oh, blessed be he.
she called me like 2 days ago and said, "What do you think about the CNC 41?" And it's like, well, I don't know. Show me the boat. I don't know what's going on. It's like, so-and-so wants to give me the boat, and that's like, well, you know, a boat is a hole in the ocean you pour money into.
Yeah.
And here are the various ways you're going to be pouring money into the boat. She went ahead and did it. It's like, all right, can you help me bring it down from Falmouth to Portland? It's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll be supportive, but I'll keep your fingers crossed. So the first thing I do, of course, is like, all right, well, it's a sailboat. Let's put up the mainsail and see what's gonna break first.
I was going to
And
say
we broke-
you can get back with like no gas mileage. I'm just saying you could have just like put that sail out, fucking put that bitch in neutral, push that,
We
just
broke-
hook everything.
we
in
broke
there.
2 things and learned some stuff. It's like, okay, this system needs attention. This system needs attention. This
How
system
come
needs
cars
attention.
don't have sails?
Well, I'm gonna break out. The
we're-
Mrs. Tux just got home, so I'm gonna break out.
I think we're just about we're right at the
We're
hour
right
and
up
a
there.
half.
All right,
We're
nice to
at
be
the
on with you.
time.
Thanks for letting me on, Mikey. Nice to
No
see you
problem.
again, Steph.
Nice to
Michael,
see you, Jimmy.
Ollie,
Take care.
HR.
Sure,
Good
Great
seeing you,
night.
Jimmy. Take it easy.
All right,
Bye, all.
Good night.
later. Here, we're gonna close out the night anyway. I'm gonna try to eat dinner now that it's almost 10 o'clock. Now that the baby finally fell asleep. The joys of parenthood. Thanks for everybody watching the chat over on YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, give us a like. And if you're not following on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. Thank you, patrons and members. You guys are awesome. Little babies are expensive, and she's very cute. And I think there's like a ratio of cute to expensive that it kind of they're directly correlated, I should think. And if you miss Brenna's deconversion story, by all means, go check out where is it? Nope. There it is. Check out the original interview. It should be linked down below if everything got set up correctly. So for Neil and all the gang, thanks for hanging out with us. And like the late, great Carl Sagan once said, is it Carl Sagan on this one? I don't remember.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
think so.
Yes, yes, it is.
Is it?
is.
Yeah.
I believe
Yes.
it is.
Extraordinary claim. Oh, yeah, because he does the voice. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Happy birthday, Neil.
Yeah, happy
Bye,
birthday,
everybody.
Neil.
Happy birthday.
Just unmute yourself. Happy birthday, you old salty sweetheart.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, something right now.
Happy birthday.